What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Stationeers. Last episode we got some canisters set up. This episode we need to start talking about closing this base off so we can go ahead and pressurize it. Hopefully everything works out, and I think I know what I'm doing, but we'll have to see. We need to get some plants up so we can get some food because, yeah, I only got 2 cans. They last pretty long, man. The food in this game lasts a while. But yeah, eventually we're going to run out, so let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so here pretty soon I got a ton of walls that I have to build. I think I only have like partial stack. Yeah, we're going to be using those walls right there. I had to put up some walls so that way I could get up all the lights, and I also got some lights outside as well. I also redid the solar panels so that way I could have a few more. Power was a little bit of an issue. It's starting to get to the point where we're barely making enough power to power this base the way that I want it. So I decided to add another row of solar panels, which took up the space of where the logic was sitting. The logic was right here. So I had to move the logic on this wall. And I hope I can cover this up or it's going to look like shit. But yeah, we'll have to see. So what we need to do, first we need to go ahead and make an airlock. So that way we can get this whole place closed off. And I have a way of getting in and out of the base without letting the atmosphere from Mars into the base. And then we have to filter everything, which would be a pain in the ass. I already got some, do I need to name these? I don't think I named them yet. Got some vents, active vents that are hooked up to our air system. We did take care of this last episode, didn't we? I can't remember. But yeah, we got oxygen and nitrogen mixing at a ratio of 21% oxygen and 79% nitrogen. And then they come together to mix with the CO2, so that way we could put, I think I put it at 2%. Yeah, 2% CO2, so that way we have a little bit of CO2 in the base for the plants, because apparently you do have to have at least, I think it's 1%. You have to have at least 1% CO2 to keep the plants alive. Later on, we're going to have to make a filtering system, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, this episode, we're going to see how far we can get. I need to build an airlock right here. I think I know how to do that. What we want to do is we want to use the advanced airlock. Now, in your lander, you'll have 2 different chips. You'll have one for an airlock, which is for atmospheres with 0 pressure, which means a complete vacuum. Technically a complete vacuum. But the advanced airlock you want to use on a planet with atmosphere. The reason for that is it will cycle, when you cycle through the airlock, it will get rid of the gases that are in the atmosphere that will get stuck in the airlock. I'll try to explain that a little bit better when we build the damn thing. Alright, so first thing I need to do is, what should go first? Well, we probably should get the vent set up because that's going to take up the most room. Let me see if I can find, no, that's the console. Where the hell did I put my vents? There we go. Alright, so for the, I do have the advanced, don't I? There it is, advanced airlock. For the advanced airlock, we're going to need at least 2 active vents. One on each side. One is for atmosphere inside of the base. The other one is for the atmosphere outside of the base. So at some point, we do need to go ahead and grab some air from inside of the base and cycle it through the airlock. We're going to do that with a passive vent. And then I need to figure out, where am I going to put this? I need this other passive vent to be outside of the base. But I got that light right there, and I don't think I want to put it right here. Nah, that'd be kind of dumb. I think what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and put it up. I think right here should be fine. We'll see if it all works out. Alright, what's going to happen is, let's say we need to leave the base. The this door right here, the internal door will be open. The external door will be closed. So we step into the airlock, and what it's going to do is it's going to close the internal door. It's going to take all the pressure that's inside of this airlock, all the gases, and it's going to bring it through that active vent and push it out the passive vent, making a complete vacuum inside of the airlock. Then what's going to happen is this vent is going to take the atmosphere from Mars and it's going to put it into the airlock, so that way we have matching atmospheres when we get out, so we don't get any depressurization. And then the same thing is going to happen when we try to get into the base. So this active vent is actually, this door is going to be closed. Then that active vent will take the atmosphere that is inside of the airlock, which is still the Mars atmosphere, and it will get rid of it back into the atmosphere. And then this vent, this active vent, will pull air from the base, and it will pressurize this airlock, so that way we have matching pressures inside the airlock and inside the base, also matching gases. Little difficult to explain, a lot to explain the way that works, but yeah, I think I got it good enough. All right, so the next thing we need is I need to be able to control that airlock, so I need a console. I need to make sure that the electrical cable is pointing down, so that way I'll be able to connect it to that cable right there. Next thing we're going to need is we need a sensor. Let's go ahead and put this back. We need a gas sensor in order to read the pressure and the gases inside of that airlock. Question is, I need to put a light on the ceiling. Let's put it right here. So, gas sensor, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and put this back, and then I need a light so that way we can have a little bit of light in that airlock. I think I'm going to put it to the circular, there we go, the light round. Try to get in the center. And then of course we got our doors, but I want to go ahead and try to get all this connected first. So what I gotta do, I need to go ahead and open up these frames real quick, so that way I can see where all the cables go. Alright, so I have cable on me. So let's grab that, and then the wire cutters. Alright, so I'm just going to bring the power from the vents. We also need to go ahead and get these named. And the way the airlock is set up on the console, we start with the exterior doors and the exterior vents. So I need to make sure I name those real quick too. Alright, so you, and now we just bring it down. Come on, there it goes. And like that. Oh, no, wrong way. Let's try that again. You go that way. Let's get a straight one. There it is. Now we got it connected. Alright, now we need to connect the light and the sensor. So bring that down, and then we need to bring it to the side of the sensor. Come on, right there. There you go. Alright, let me back up a little bit so I can put this in here. And then down. Oop, no, I had it the right way. There it goes. Like that. And right there, I think that's everything that we need in order to get this airlock to work, except for the doors. We'll put those here in, we'll put them in here in a second. Actually, let's go ahead and do it now. So the doors, I can't just place them. They are going to take some resources, but I do want to make sure that the cables are all pointing inward toward that cable right there. I think, what do I need for this? Welding torch and plastic. Alright, there's my plastic and welding torch. And then I need, what? I think it was glass. Yeah, glass. So we'll grab the glass, and then I think I need a crowbar. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and open the doors so I can get in and out. As long as the doors are not connected to power, you will be able to open them up this way, I think. Or if they are connected to power, I think it's this to open it. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really experimented with that too much. Oh, I did forget one fucking thing though. Make sure I don't forget that. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that. You go there. Gotcha. Alright, I need to connect the console. There it is. Alright, now that we got that all set up, actually I need to connect the doors. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we need to get everything named. So, I'm going to go ahead so that way it's easy to find later. Oh, I got the labeler on me. What we want to do is we just want to go ahead and name all of these lock. But for the exterior stuff, like the door and the vent, I want to go ahead and add EXT for exterior. Make it a lot easier when we're trying to set this up with the console. So this one is also going to be the active vent lock exterior. So lock EXT. And then this one is just going to be lock, just lock, no EXT or internal. And then we need to go ahead and do the sensor. And then I need to do the other door before I forget. Oh, no, not sensor, lock, my bad. The problem is I'm trying to figure out what I need to do next while I'm trying to do stuff. Alright, this one is also just going to be lock. And then we need to make sure I named the other door, did I? Yes, I did. Alright, so that should be everything named. Now I need to go ahead and grab advanced airlock. Put it inside of the console. Next thing we're going to need is we need our data disk. There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and close this off with some glass. Go ahead and turn it on. And then we're going to go ahead and put the disk in so we can go ahead and configure this. So I'm going to go down to the spyglass, or whatever those damn things are called, and just look for everything that is called lock. Alright, so this is everything that we named, but we have to be careful because as you can see, the glass door lock EXT, which is external, we have to set up the exterior ones first, or it's going to read stuff backwards. So we have the glass door exterior, and then the active vent exterior. So as you can see, now that glass door has turned to interior, and so has that active vent, which are those ones. Make sure you do it that way. You have to do it in order. It took me a while to figure out what I was doing wrong, and that's all I was doing wrong. Alright, is that it? Yeah, that's everything. Alright, so now I think this will actually work, but we need to get everything closed off and get the base completely pressurized before we can actually get it to work. So now, what I need to do is we need an air control. So I don't know when this was added to the game, I never noticed it before, but this chip right here is air control. It will control those vents right there and give us the right pressure inside of the base automatically. I mean, I've seen videos of people doing this with logic chips, so I don't know if they actually know this exists or not. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna name all of this air, both vents. Firm, and then this one also air. Alright, now we're gonna need a couple of things. We're gonna have to make, we need some support, so we gotta close that off. So, welder. Alright, I hope this is all gonna work. I decided to go ahead and put it up on this wall because there's not a whole lot of room anywhere else. And hopefully this does work out. I might move it later, but there's some stuff I want to build here. We will have some open space in the wall later on, but I have to do that first. Alright, so now what we're going to need are the consoles. So I'm going to do 3 consoles. One is going to read the temperature inside of the base. The other one is going to read the pressure. In order to get plants to grow, we need to have the right pressure and the right temperature. So I'm going to have the readings right here. And then we'll have the air control on that console. So right here we have air control. It's going to go in the center. And then we have a couple of gas displays, which are going to read the temperature and the pressure from gas sensor. I think I probably need to turn it this way so I can get the cables. Alright, let's go ahead and connect all that to power. So I'm kind of in a rush because I'm trying to get everything done so we can go ahead and pressurize the base and go on to the next thing that we have to talk about, which is temperature control. Actually, no, let's do it this way. Hold on. Alright, you, I don't need. And cable, we need straight. Elbow, and then I just need to connect it. There we go. Alright, so now that those are connected, I need to go ahead and name. Let me actually put you over here. Need to name this sensor, and we're going to also name that air. There we go. Alright, now I need the glass so I can close these off. Alright, let's go ahead and turn them on so I can go ahead and configure them. Alright, so data disk. So this one is going to read the temperature from that sensor, so we need to find that sensor. Change it to temperature. Gas sensor air. There we go. The air control we can't really set up yet because we don't have a closed off base. But this one for the pressure, we just need to find gas sensor air. And there we go. Right now the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, is it? Yeah, it is. Down here in the external. And the pressure is 2.7 kilopascals, which it is showing over here as well. So now what we need to do is we need to at least try to get the first steps of this control unit, the air control, set up. Now this is going to control the 2 vents and the gas sensor. But since these, there's no pressure in this base, it's going to say an error. So gas sensor, active vent, and active vent. Now all we have to do to get this to work once we close off the base and start filling it with pressure is just hit this one right here. Change the mode to pressurize. But yeah, we can't do that right now. We'll have to wait for that one. But I think we're just about ready. I guess I can... Oh, no. One thing we did forget. I need to go ahead and hook that all up to piping, or it won't work. So I just need to make sure that the external active vent and the external passive vent are connected. And then the internal active vent and the internal passive vent. Just like that. Alright, now I think we're done. There's one other thing that I do want to do. Right now, so far, we've been using this. And as you can see, I did make some nuclear batteries, which are actually kind of easy to make. I kind of thought they would take uranium, but they don't. Let me actually see if I can find them real quick. Alright, so nuclear batteries. As you can see, they take steel, inconel, and astroloy. I thought they would take the uranium, but they don't, so I'm kind of wondering what the fuck uranium is for. I still haven't figured that out. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a welder. I need a sheet. And I think that is everything we need in here, so we can go ahead and close it off. And then what I need is... I need a piece of plastic. There it is. So I can go ahead and close this roof off. So now the airlock is contained, we should be able to have an airtight seal to work that airlock. Now what I need to do is I need to do it throughout the entire base. So yeah, I have a lot of walls I need to place. This is going to take me some time because I'm also going to try to do... Well, no, to save a little bit of time because it'll probably take me... Why are you out here? How the hell did I leave you out here? That was weird. Anyways, I need to put that somewhere. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh, and this is all my seeds as well. If we open this up. The problem is, we have all of our seeds, but if you look... Let me actually see if we can see this. We did have some eggs, but yeah, they're gone. So I am going to have to set up trading at some point if I want to get some eggs. And also, there's another piece right here, which has spoiled. That was actually mushrooms. So yeah, we're going to have to set up some trading to replace those. But yeah, this is going to take me a little while, so I'm just going to try to get the entire base enclosed and see if we can't get everything working. Alright, just double checking, making sure the whole place is closed off, and it looks like we are. So I only did the outside shell because we still have some stuff to build inside of the base, but it looks like I got everything. Except for this one window because I still need in and out. So I was talking about something just a second ago, and I completely forgot. This beacon we've been using so far, but it's not a very good beacon, and you have to replace the battery every time it gets low. Now, if you go out for a long time and you do some mining, that battery is going to run out and you won't be able to find your way home, which does kind of suck. But we do have an option, and it's this one right here. This is a beacon we can actually connect to the station, and I think what I want to do is I want to put it right here. So let's rotate it that way. Turn it on, and then I need to connect it to electricity. So yeah, I think I'll just connect it right there. So wire cutters and cable there. Alright, so now we could just keep it on, and it will provide us with a beacon in order to get home, and it uses the power from the station, so it will not run out of power. Another cool thing is if you step away from the base, am I far enough? Yeah, it shows a little beacon light, and no matter how far away you go from the base, even if the base despawns, it still shows that beacon, which is actually kind of cool. It really helps to find your way home that way. Now, in a storm, I don't think it's going to be all that helpful, but we'll have to see. Alright, let me go ahead and get in here. We'll close off this wall here. And then I think we're just about ready. Oh, no, there's one thing I do need to do first. Alright, so I'm going to need plastic. And then I need glass. There it is. So what I'm doing is in these little nooks, I'm going to go ahead and put windows. So that way the plants can get some sunlight. Now we are going to set them up in a grower, which has a grow light integrated into it, but I still thought it was kind of cool to have windows there. I just thought it looked good. Alright, so the next thing we need to do, if we take out the PDA, I hope I have the right chip in it. Nope, I have the wrong chip in it. Let me put the right chip in it. Alright, so we need... Get rid of the tracker. Where's my atmospheric... Network... Atmosphere. There we go. Alright, so now when we turn this on, we could actually read the atmosphere inside of the base. Or we could bring it up to a pipe or a canister, and it will tell us the pressure and the temperature and the gas that's inside of it. So right now, if we take a look at the atmosphere inside of this room, or we could read this room over here, it will show us that we are at 95% CO2. So there's CO2, there's nitrogen, oxygen, and pollutants in the atmosphere inside of this base. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of all that. And we do it with this right here. This is why I put, well, one of the reasons I put that vent right there. But first I need to, yeah, we need some more gases. Nitrogen is okay. Oxygen, we're going to need, I'm going to have to go mining to get some more gases so we can pressurize this base. This is going to be a pain in the ass. But yeah, let me go ahead and turn this on. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull all the gases out of this base and turn it into a vacuum. So that way when we start to pressurize it, all we're getting in here is the air that we're making with those mixers. But this is going to take quite some time. This is going to take like 10 minutes, maybe even longer. Especially when it gets down, when the pressure gets really low, those vents don't work too well. So once it gets down past like about 1 kilopascal, it's going to take forever to get the little bits out. But yeah, we'll go ahead and let that run, and then we'll come back when this base is depressurized. Alright, there we go, finally. Oh, that took so fucking long. So right now, inside of the base, we do have a complete vacuum. No gases, no pressure, no nothing. You could also know that by if we drop a tool on the ground, we don't hear it drop because sound waves don't travel in a vacuum, which is actually kind of cool that they added that. Alright, so what we need to do is go ahead and turn off this vent now that we're done. We need our data disk. And now we can go ahead and turn on this console by switching this to pressure. And it should have turned on these vents. And now I also need to turn on the mixers. So that way we can go ahead and get the gases to mix. Now this is going to take a lot of nitrogen, a ton of nitrogen. It's only going to take a little bit of CO2, a bunch of nitrogen, and probably a little bit more oxygen. So we are going to have to go out and get some more ice. But the thing I also need to watch is when I'm getting the ice, we're kind of high on the pressure right now, so I need to double check and make sure that the drains, the liquid drains on the outside are turned on, which I think they are. So we got that pump off and we got the liquid drains should be on. I'll check them when I go mine some ice. But I'm kind of curious to see just how much pressure this will get. Right now we're at 4 kilopascals, and that's it. Yep, 4.5. And we've already used... Well, we haven't used all that much nitrogen. But we have used a bit of oxygen. So I do need to go out and do some mining, so I'm going to go ahead and empty out. Go get all the ices that we need, and what we need to do is we need to get the pressure inside of this room up to at least 100, and that's when this console will shut those vents down. But yeah, this is going to take a ton of ice. But let's see if the airlock, it should have enough pressure right now to work. Alright, so right now this airlock is open to the atmosphere inside of the base. So we're going to cycle the airlock. It's going to close the door. This is going to take the air out of this airlock, bringing it down to 0 kilopascals. And then that vent is going to fill it. Oh, you know what I did not do? I did something wrong. Let's cancel. I did something wrong. I know what I did wrong. I forgot to do something. Hold on. I need to get back into the base. Alright, 0 kilopascals. Now it's going to try to pressurize this room, but we're not going to have enough pressure, so I'm going to cancel pressurization. There we go. I need to set what I do with my discs. There it is. I forgot to set the outside pressure. So disk. Right here we can set the internal and the external pressures. The internal, we need it to 101 kilopascals. So we're going to go ahead and leave that. The external in the Mars atmosphere is only 2 kilopascals. There we go. And I think we're good. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle that, see if it actually works this time. Alright, let's close this and put this up here. Alright, brings it down to 0 kilopascals. We got a vacuum inside of here now. Now that vent will turn on. It will pull gases out of the Mars atmosphere and try to get the pressure up to 2. That's always something. But, oh, there it goes. It's just really freaking slow. I think maybe we need to add more vents. I need to figure that out. But yeah, there we go. So that's how the airlock works. Let's go ahead and make sure these drains are on. Yes, they are. So they're going to get rid of the water that I mine. So I got a lot of mining to do. The oxide ice, which I think is this right here. No, that's silicon. The oxide ice will get us nitrogen and oxygen, if I can find any anywhere. But the liquid ice, the water ice, this stuff right here will get us nitrogen and water. Our container with the water is completely full, so that's why I got the drains turned on so we can get rid of that. But yeah, let me go ahead and try to get the pressure up to 100 inside of the base, and then we can start talking about the next step. Alright, so we're just about there. Almost. I'm just waiting for the vents to end. There they go. So yeah, now we got the right pressure inside of the base. The temperature that's actually the right temperature for plants. But that will go up and down. It's daylight now, so we did get a little bit of heat. But when it's dark, that temperature will probably go down. It all depends on the insulation. So each one of these walls does provide insulation. If you do double walls, that's more insulation. And if you do a double wall, let's see if I can explain this. If you do kind of like a double hulled boat, like put a wall here and then a wall there and then fill this with gas. Depending on the gas, you can actually use that as insulation as well, which is actually a good way of getting on a planet that is very, very hot and adding a little bit more insulation. Which, if I ever go to Venus, we might have to do something like that and see if it actually works in this game. One good example of that is a double pane glass. The really, really expensive ones, they'll have a layer of glass, then a second layer, and in between the two layers it will have whatever gas they use, and that adds insulation. But yeah, that makes them really expensive though. How much gas do I still have left? Well, I'm running out. Did I get rid of... Nope, I didn't get cold enough. So yeah, I'm waiting for these gases to cool down so they'll go into the filters. But that was everything from the furnace. As you can see, there's zero pressure. But yeah, it didn't get cold enough. And as it gets down to 273 Kelvin, right now it's at 286. So at nighttime, when it gets dark again, it'll get low enough that that gas will go ahead and try to fill up those containers. So there we are. I was going to put down the hydroponic stations, but I think we'll wait for that in a further episode. So yeah, we got our heat, or we got our pressure. Now we need to start worrying about the temperature, which means there's a few things. I've been experimenting in creative a little bit to try to figure out how to get the temperature down. Yeah, you can see it's going up still. How to set up kind of like an HVAC system that will heat and cool this place, get to the right temperature so the plants can grow. But I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm doing it in creative. So next episode we'll go ahead and try to figure that out. Once I figure out a good system for it. There is a cheaty way. It's an exploit in the game that you could use, but in real life it doesn't work. It's not realistic, so I'm not going to use it. Setting up a room that is a vacuum and putting your radiators inside of that room, that's not how it works. So it's kind of an exploit, and it's something I'm not actually going to use. It doesn't work in real life, and I'll explain that in that episode too. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. We already got a pressurized base. On my own, let's actually see how fast. Let me try something just to make sure. Helmet off, and we are breathing. So yeah, it works. All right, let's put it back on. We need to go outside. All right, let's see how fast this airlock is now that it has the right pressures. Okay, so the air is pretty quick. Now we got to cycle the atmosphere from Mars. There it goes. And it looks like, yeah, that takes way too long. Well, I need to figure that out. Probably add some more vents. I don't know. And... come on. It's because of the pressure. There's not much pressure, so it's not pushing through very fast. I don't think a volume pump would work either. But anyways, so on my own, what I need to do, we do have the outer shell on most of the base, but as you can see, I still have a lot to cover up. Try to get this base looking good. Because as soon as we're done with it, I do want to put it on the Steam Workshop. Once I figure out how to fucking do that. But yeah, there we are. I guess I could turn these off now that I'm not getting any more ice. So I have about a couple of hundred of the walls to place and then build. And then we could talk about, we'll go into creative mode in next episode. So that way I could show a couple of designs that I have in mind of setting up an HVAC system. But yeah, we'll have to see how that all works in next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
We try to find